we should do in America what China is doing with that social credit score. That's what we should do. If we really stand with Israel. If the answer is yes, you're okay. If the answer is no, then you should be fired from your job, never hired again, and put up on the America MIGA app. What's up, my MIGA?
What did you say, nigga?
Make Israel great again.
Middle MAGA.
You know what? Sometimes you find something and it hits you online and you've got an idea. Eureka. Here's what we should do. And this is brought to us from China. Haven't talked about China in a minute. Been on another topic, but we'll get back to that topic of Israel in a second. But I just saw this on China. China's WeChat app, which is what X is turning into. China's WeChat app tells users whether they are within a 500-meter radius of someone who might have the lowest social credit score and are on the social credit blacklist. It maps people near you with their social credit score, so you can move away from undesirables. You know, the deplorables. You could do that in America too. From undesirables and not lose your points. So China's basically, I don't know where this is. Somebody fact check this. I have not independently verified this. Sometimes they bring this up and it's like not exactly what they say. That doesn't matter. I'm just sharing the idea, and I'm going to give you the close why this is such a great idea for you pro-Israel Americans. So this is the app, and they're showing the radius turn of like, it's just constantly searching. Are you within 500 feet of a undesirable? It's a great idea, and this is how it plays out. People walking away, ostracizing
then
each
it
other.
transformed into Chinese Facebook, and then it added a ride-hailing service similar to Uber to its platform, and then it added banking services to its platform, and now you can use it as an ID.
That's exactly what we're doing with X. We're right behind you, China. Don't worry, we're going to catch up with you.
Let's take the example of WeChat. WeChat started as a messaging app. Then it transformed into Chinese Facebook, and then it added a ride-hailing service similar to Uber to its platform, and then it added banking services to its platform, and now you can use it as an ID. If you're living in China, you can file for divorce through this app. This will make your life very convenient, but at the same time, it also becomes very convenient for state security to track you. To combat message
You can order a cheeseburger, then file for divorce, all in 2 clicks.
interceptions, they talk through emojis. A half-fallen rose means someone has been arrested. A dark moon means they're going to prison camps. A sun emoji means they are alive, and a flower means they have been released. Now combine cyber surveillance with Skynet, you get unimaginable power and control over 16% of the world's population. China calls it the social credit system. Whatever you do from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed is recorded. Based on your actions, your social credit score increases or decreases. If you praise the government publicly, donate blood, help the poor, engage in charity work, etc., your score increases. If your score is high, you'll get tax breaks, free gym, preference at hospitals, and if you do something which is considered to be wrongful by the government, the opposite happens. Due to the social credit system, people fail to look at the bigger picture as they are constantly busy improving their score.
What do you think my social credit score would be in America? I don't know. I'd probably have to work on it.
To avail the benefits which come with it. The ratings for every Chinese citizen are publicly available, and anyone can see them, completely eradicating their privacy and ruining their social life. If you raise your voice against the government, your score would decrease, and other people wouldn't know why your score is low. They might think it's low because you did something wrong, so they want to stay away from you. Soon, due to the fear of lower ratings and what others would think about them, similar to what happens on social media, citizens will refrain from any kind of independent expression, both on social
That's a Democrat party machine operative's wet dream.
media and real life, as this might lead to lower ratings, leading to a denial of basic human rights for them. The complete eradication of privacy helps the authorities to quash movements and protests against the government before they even start.
Dang, that's so convenient.
According to many, China's mass surveillance is a grave new threat to freedom of expression and a violation of fundamental...
Oh no, that's not a threat. They're private companies. Remember that. That's not a threat. These are all the same people who talk about this would happen through X, potentially. It's a private company, remember? There's nothing wrong here. So, for example, if a bunch of pro-Palestine idiots run up on the White House, these are anti-American, anti-Western culture. These are not people I stand with or stand for or would march with. This is not an American revolution. I saw there was a libertarian out there that joined the march. You can do whatever you want, and they got feedback like, "Wait, that's not it. We want to march to end the Fed, not for Semites 7,000 miles away." And they didn't understand the concept. They were like, "This is revolution. Yeah, it's a revolution for somebody else, but it for damn sure ain't here unless you tie in end the Fed with it somehow." But here's what you see: pro-Palestinian people ran up on the White House. Oh, this.
Fucking coward!
Tell me the topic, the political thing you care about in this country that these people would align with you on with this type of energy. They climbed up on the White House fence, waving a flag of a hostile nation. They're yelling, "Allahu Akbar." Wait, quick, what country is this?
Muslims in different countries.
Oh, is that the White House? So the reason I bring this up is if I criticize this, like Julie Kelly said, and by the way, Enrique Tarrio got 22 years and he was in Baltimore on January 6th. By the way, if you want to know what the state, your country is so over.
You can't overstate just how over your country is.
For context, Joe Biggs got 17 years in prison for shaking a fence. These niggas are climbing up on the White House fence, waving a flag of a hostile nation. But the social credit score will come and it will save the day, because what it will do is it will make sure that you don't ever raise your voice at Big Daddy government.
It looks like a naval radar scanning for enemy ships. The deadbeat map is an add-on to...
It's called the deadbeat map, but what you really could call it in America is the Turn Everyone Black app. So you know the same thing that blacks do to keep their daddy Democrat Party happy, especially black women, but all of them, ballot stuffing, alarm pulling, and whatever it takes, racist labeling. Now the new term is anti-Semitism, and that's what we'll end with. This app could be very convenient for all these things. We'll just call it the Make America Black app.
The Chinese social media platform WeChat. It allows users to pinpoint the location of those who have failed to pay their debts within a 500-meter radius. For more on this, let's now turn to our in-house expert, Dan and Jay Kattulkar. Glad to have you on set, Dan. This naming and shaming app essentially is China's latest tool to monitor the...
Remember that, naming and shaming.
The objective of the system is essentially to monitor these debtors and also to alert authorities, so users can alert authorities if these debtors or some of these debtors seem capable of paying their debts. And this again points to this social credit system, which is all about judging the trustworthiness of the people. So for example, your credits, you can have more credits or less credits depending on your ability to, say, repay the loans, or even simple things like behavior on a bus. So this is taken into account, and there have been instances where people have been denied, for example, the ability to buy high-speed train tickets or even to book flights. So as you can see,
book flights, like something simple like trying to travel, that could be a problem too. These are the type of people who would have control of it, of course. You do realize that the CEO of the X app, which is designed to copy this WeChat app, this is an add-on to WeChat. The WEF is the CEO, an active member of the World Economic Forum is the CEO of the company that has and is going towards this power here. And, you know, the World Economic Forum would agree with Hillary Clinton on a lot. And if you're in the chat and you don't, if you're in the chat and you agree with me, then you are
what I call the basket of deplorables.
Don't worry about any nuance if you're going to vote for Trump or not. If you have the ability to even listen to somebody who talks like this, you are a deplorable. And this app will be perfect for you. And then here's my takeaway. I said, you know what? Let's do it. This is the best thing. Everybody wants to stand with Israel. And there's this group that I've seen on X. It's called Stop Anti-Semitism. Carrie Lake's talking about anti-Semitism. Marjorie Taylor Greene wants to censure Rashida Tlaib over anti-Semitism. It's just, MAGA has gone full-blown, like the blackity blacks use racist, and now MAGA's now in the anti-Semitism mode, the same thing, this word that has no meaning, but they want to use it as a weapon. So now it's anti-Semitism. So this is a great of course, a non-governmental, non-profit organization. I'm sure there's no ties to any government with this organization. I'm sure there's none. If you do 6 degrees of separation, it won't even be close to any government. It's a non-governmental organization. And it's it's nonpartisan too, of course. There's no bias here at all. A nonpartisan organization, American-based organization. I'm sure it's rooted in American principles and culture, as you'll see, fighting anti-Semitism. You sound like a black organization fighting racism, as toxic as that is. Located NYC, I'm sure it's on the up and up too. I'm sure there's no money under the table that's going sideways on this too. Not even allegedly. But you go through it, and the whole existence of this non-governmental organization, what's their existence? Is to find people who have been pulling down these flags or doing anything that they don't like, and to get them fired from their job.
Fuck off, please don't kill me, please.
So, this is in Montclair. The sign, she just took it off.
Dude, I don't want to be on the internet. Please don't kill me.
Why'd you take it off then?
I'm asking you to go away, please.
Why'd you take it off for?
Because it doesn't need to be there. Thank
Why?
you. You can go away now, please.
Why are you taking it off for?
So this is not something I condone, but that's beside the point. So what? So they took down one of these signs, which is, I don't know what's going on with people, why they feel like that's necessary, and she can't explain it. She is trying to block herself, and this person is filming her because they took down these posters of there's different posters of missing people and all that, innocent Israelis. And I don't know what would possess somebody to do that, but what would possess somebody to try and get them fired from their job? This is the whole account, is what this account does. So they've got money from God knows who where to crowdsource people looking to dox people who didn't. I mean, they took down the sign. Is that breaking the law? I don't even know. What is that? Slap on the wrist at worst? Get fired from your job for that? Montclair, New Jersey, 2 individuals removed signs from a vigil being held in honor of kidnapped Israeli children, women, and elderly. I don't condone that. I don't agree with that. But what is this now? This is where we have organized private companies, and the government would never outsource anything that they don't want to do directly to a private company. That would never happen. We have private companies going on the internet asking people, who is this person? This person, all they did was pull down a poster. Okay, if you want to shame them, if you got a video of them doing it, you can put the video up. But they want organized crowdsourcing of who you are. And they would do that to me or anybody else if I disagree. And then it makes me wonder, what else would they do to anyone that disagrees with them? Should they get fired from their job? Oh, that's their take. Well, if they should get fired from their job, then why would they ever get hired again? So you would have to follow up and make sure that they never get hired again. You got a database, I'm sure. With AI, it'll be simple. Oh, what about jailing? What about unliving? What about anything? There's no end once you go down this path. And they said this evil behavior must never be tolerated. Recognize them, DM us. Anybody paying attention here? That's an escalation. That's more than the Blackity Blacks don't even do that. I mean, they do that sometimes, but this is organized. Who knows what's behind this? Recognize them? DM us. Why would you need to recognize them for? For what? Remember, I said, remember, name and shame.
This naming and shaming app essentially is China's latest tool to monitor the.
Keep that app to keep people away from each other. And that's all this account does. And then they did the follow-up on it. Follow up, everybody. Exciting news. Update. 2 women who have removed posters of Israelis kidnapped by Hamas terrorists have been identified by their names. And now you can go try and get them fired. Yeah. I love America. That's where we at. That's why I have a black heart flag sweater. That's and then this company purports itself to be an American nonpartisan organization. I think that the takeaway is simple. The takeaway is simple. I want to stand with Israel. I think that's where the country is. Otherwise, if you don't stand with Israel, then you should get fired from your job, according to that group, pretty much. And we should do in America what China is doing with that social credit score. That's what we should do. If we really stand with Israel. Number one, we should have FBI agents knocking on everybody's door. Officer, what's going on? Is there a problem here? No, there might not be a problem here. Do you pledge allegiance to Israel? If the answer is yes, you're okay. If the answer is no, then you should be fired from your job, never hired again, and put up on the America MIGA app. What's up, my MIGA?
What did you say, nigga?
Make Israel great again. This is what we should do in America with people who are not pro-Israel. First, let's help stop anti-Semites, get everyone who isn't pro-Israel fired from their job. Then let's work to make sure that they're never hired again. Then let's work with an Israeli surveillance company to track them down so everyone stays away. I stand with Israel.
Middle MAGA.